to reach $31.88 per barrel. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. The Ministry of Health announced 168 new confirmed cases of COVID-19, which brings the total number registered in the Sultanate to 2,908, including 13 deaths. The Ministry of Health stresses that 888 cases have been recovered.
Within the efforts to limit the spread of COVID-19, the ministry advises all citizens and residents to keep on washing hands with water and soap. Avoid touching the face, nose, mouth and eyes. Follow hygienic habits when coughing and sneezing. Adhere strictly to social distancing instructions. Stay at home and not to go out unless absolutely necessary. Adhering to isolation and social distancing will prevent you, your family and the community from COVID-19. Stay safe.
The annual World Hand Hygiene Day was celebrated in Oman. Hand Hygiene Day mobilizes people around the world to increase adherence to hand hygiene in healthcare facilities, thus protecting healthcare workers and patients from infections. More details in the following report.
The World Hand Hygiene Day is celebrated in Oman under this year's theme of Save Lives, Clean Your Hands, which is aligned with the International Year of the Nurse and Midwife. In the Ministry of Health, the day was marked with the presence of the key figures at the ministry led by His Excellency the Minister of Health.
5th of May every year is the International Day for Hand Hygiene. This is extremely important to reduce the spread of infectious diseases, and more so during the pandemic of COVID-19. On this occasion, it gives me great pleasure to thank all those who are working in the healthcare in Oman and request them to continue taking care of themselves and their patients and adhere to the hand hygiene protocols. Thank you very much for all of you.
And in the Sultanate Governorates, public and private healthcare institutions have been working to raise extensive awareness on the importance of hand hygiene and educated all staff all along. The year's campaign aimed to recognize nurses and midwives in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic as frontline heroes who deserve recognition, acknowledgement and protection.
On the occasion of the World Health Organization Hand Hygiene Day, I would like to thank you for all your contribution and commitment to providing professional care to patients, families, and communities. On this day, I would like to stress the importance of hand hygiene for the protection of your patients, yourself, and others. Happy Hand Hygiene Day, and may Almighty Allah protect you all.
Nurses and all healthcare workers are our heroes during COVID-19. And in the alignment of the Year of Midwives and Nurses, the Global Hand Hygiene 2020 recognizes their effort in the prevention of infection, and that will ensure more the quality of care and patient safety.
Good hand hygiene is the most important procedure that leads to the improvement of patient safety and quality health care. The current pandemic of COVID-19 has highlighted the great importance of sound hand hygiene practices for all healthcare workers and public. Abdullah bin Ahmed al-Rubi'i, Sultanate of Oman Television, Muscat.
The stop of sports activities due to the procedures of limiting the spread of the coronavirus pandemic led some youths to look for other activities such as riding bicycles. Unfortunately, some of the youth did not adhere to the safety measures and social distancing. On the other hand, some professionals started individual exercises either inside or outside their homes, as they also started launching awareness campaigns through social media means. Meanwhile, as the number of such sports fans increase around the Sultanate, it is necessary to have appropriate environment for practicing such sports, especially after joining of Muscat to the World Healthy Cities Network. In the current period, it is advised to practice sports alone without going out in groups, as well as to adhere to the safety measures so as to prevent the spread of the COVID-19. Oman oil July price delivery increased by $1.83, amounting to $31.88 per barrel. The average price of Oman oil May delivery reached $34.85 for the barrel, increasing by $19.77 compared to the price of April delivery. Still to come in our news bulletin. The first online scientific research forum is launched in Sur.
Non-compliance with the directives of the Supreme Committee dealing with coronavirus COVID-19 exposes you to risk and legal action. Stay safe.
Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. European Union and Balkans leaders are holding talks today aimed at reassuring 6 countries in the volatile region that the EU remains their most important partner, particularly as the coronavirus ravages world economies. Amid delays over the start of EU membership talks for Albania and North Macedonia, lingering tensions between Serbia and its former territory of Kosovo, the perception that the EU was slow it helps its Balkans partners cope with the virus, concerns that mounted that Russia and China might take advantage. The summit has been billed as a highly symbolic event to be held in Croatia, which became an EU-Balkans success story when it joined the bloc in 2013. The country currently holds the bloc's rotating presidency until June 30th. Now, the summit will be held by video conference. The talks will include leaders from countries called the Balkan Six: Albania, Bosnia, Kosovo, Montenegro, North Macedonia and Serbia. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson said today he could begin to ease a nationwide coronavirus lockdown next week, but warned he would do nothing that would risk the siege of the case. He was speaking the day after Britain overtook Italy to become worst-hit country in Europe, with more than 32,000 deaths related to COVID-19 behind only the United States in the global rankings. The wider death rate is coming down 6 weeks after the government imposed stay-at-home orders to stem the rate of infection, and the lockdown measures are up to review tomorrow. Johnson unveiled a new goal to reach 200,000 coronavirus tests a day by the end of May, double the 100,000 target reached only last week. The government is currently trialing a track and trace system using a dedicated phone app that it hopes will be able to identify localized outbreaks of coronavirus. Iranian President Hassan Rouhani described the United States' decision to exit the nuclear deal as a big mistake during a speech today. Rouhani, a pragmatist whose rhetoric towards the U.S. is frequently more measured than that, some officials added that if Washington wishes to return to the deal, it must lift all sanctions against Iran. He also threatened crushing response if the U.S. goes ahead with plans of extend to embargo on Iranian trade of conventional arms, which the United Nations is set to lift later this year. Under Iran's deal with world powers to accept limits to its nuclear program in return for the lifting of sanctions, a UN weapons embargo is due to expire in October. The U.S., which exited the deal in 2018, said it wants to extend the embargo. Iran has gradually rolled back its commitments under the accord in response to the U.S. decisions to quit, but says it wants the agreement to remain in place. Sur College of Applied Sciences launched the first online scientific research forum in the Sultanate with more than 45 participants. More details in the following report by Sultan bin Saif Al Sarai.
Due to the current situation of COVID-19, Ministry of Higher Education adopted from the beginning various distance learning strategies to overcome this challenge. Those strategies then expanded and reached some of the ministry's main events to continue its aims and objectives in the higher education system.
Here at CAS-SUR, we believe in creation, in recognition of creativity and dissemination of knowledge. And since these are our core values, we try to promote them even in these times when social distancing are making it very challenging. However, we are embracing technology and continue to collaborate, and we make it happen.
Sur College of Applied Sciences launched the first online scientific research forum on Zoom meeting software. This annual gathering, which was planned to be at the college building, never cancelled and shifted to be online due to the significance of scientific research ideas and results exchanged among researchers that the ministry totally understand. In addition, to highlight the major role of supporting scientific research by the Ministry of Higher Education and the Research Council.
It's a wonderful opportunity again to host such an event at this pandemic period, wherein which people have been isolated, but still we could share our information, and we have shown that no situation is a boundary for not sharing information and developing a better community.
Various papers have been presented and discussed in the forum from different fields such as applied biotechnology, mathematics, English language, and information technology, where the online attendees exceeded 45, and there was huge interaction from other viewers in the live stream. Sultan bin Saif Al Sarai from Sur College of Applied Sciences, South Al-Sharqiyya Governorate.
The Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries Wealth stressed the availability of great amounts of fish in commercial centres and other shopping outlets in the Sultanate amid stable price due to the increase in supply. There are some small and medium enterprises in the market concerned with cutting, grilling and selling of fish to be available to consumers during the holy month of Ramadan. The ministry is supporting fishermen and to provide them with all facilities in sale and purchase process. It has operated recently with trucks to buy surplus fish from fishermen in the governorate of Musandam. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. The Ministry of Health announces 168 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 and 888 recoveries. And Oman oil July delivery price increases by $1.83 to reach $31.88 per barrel. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the studios, it's good night.